Hi everyone, welcome back to Little Shop of Nerds. I am Julia and I am here with
Mike.
So, last week's hint was Japan.
Today we are going to talk about a Brendan Fraser movie this time. We hardly talk about him. So we decided to do one this time. This came back out this year pretty much in
And it came out in 2025.
pretty much this year. It's called Rental Family. Now it is pretty much what you expect. It's Brendan Fraser, he's in Japan and I guess he's an actor. And pretty much you know every job in Japan. I know she does.
I mean, maybe.
Okay.
I don't know everything about Japan. I know a fair bit about Japan because I do research. So it all started with anime, and then I just started looking up stuff that I saw on anime, and I just look up stuff. But yes, he is an actor, and he is trying to find a role that would like skyrocket his career. And it seems like he's only doing like small bits.
Which I'm kind of surprised they're doing it in Japan because normally when an actor is trying to play an actor trying to make it the big league, it's always in Hollywood.
Well, I mean, it's in Japan too. I mean, they have
in Japan
studios in Japan.
Yeah, in Japan, but you never see a white guy going to Japan to be an actor.
Not always, but they're what's called gaijin, which means foreigners. Which, if you remember, that one girl from the company that he starts working for calls him a gaijin,
Right.
which basically means foreigner guys.
Well, either way, it's because normally the trope is like say if someone's trying to be like in a movie. Of a guy trying to be an actor, it's either normally they're going to Hollywood or New York. That's mostly the trope is. This is like a new trope that it's in Japan. Knowing you don't see that much movies,
They
though.
do go to Japan, though. Some do. Because, I mean, it's not just specifically Hollywood. We just think about Hollywood and New York because we live in the United States, and we never hear about them going to Japan. But I'm sure there's quite a few that do.
There is, but I'm saying the trope, mostly the 100% of the trope is it's Hollywood or New York. Or if it's a writer, it's New York or California. That's mostly what the trope is in movies. And I know you're not 100% into movies.
I'm not a movie person now.
So people who are into movies knows the trope. It's like the trope of, the friend group. You have that one gay friend, black friend, Asian kid, girlfriend.
Unless you're Friends.
Pretty much.
But Friends was good, though, so
Then
come at me.
Then you got your friends, and didn't care for that show.
I loved it. So, anyways, before Mike decided to go on his little tangent,
It's not a tangent.
it was a tangent. Mike, it was a tangent.
Right off.
Anyways, before Mike freaks out, he is going to his audition. He just made it to the audition. He was auditioning to be a cop in like some sort of drama. And he got a call from, or he I think he got a call from, he went home, and he lives in like this small like 1-bedroom apartment, which is basically the norm in Japan. And he's like people watching. He's watching like all these people across the way that are living their lives, and while he's drinking a beer. And we saw this old guy trying to hang up his laundry. You saw a family with a young child with a baby that they just had. I think there was like a couple dancing, and you could definitely tell that he was sad. And so the next day he got a call from his agent saying that if he was willing to go to a job and it paid pretty well. And he goes, sure, what's my role going to be? Well, she asked if he had a clean black suit. And he's like, yeah. He goes, well, what's my role? And she says, sad American. So he goes to the place where the job was, and it turns out that it's a funeral. You got anything to add?
Yeah, it's pretty much a funeral you see in Japanese culture, and he's just like he's like having this what the fuck moment, and then the person in the coffin gets up, and turns out it was just an act. And I know people always do this thing, they always do a pretend funeral, what happens if someone dies kind of bit. Anyways, when everybody leaves, the boss shows up and he tells them what we do. Mm-hmm. And pretty much this guy's company is a rental.
It's called Rental Family.
Yeah, it's like pretty much it's like in Japan, like a rental girlfriend in Japan, pretty much.
Yeah, so basically what they do is, the way that I understand it is that people would hire people to fill a role in their lives. So we saw like there was apology. So basically like apology roles, which was basically the only female in the office, would play the role of the cheating husband's girlfriend, and she would be the one to be confronted by the wife of the husband. And there was at one point where she got slapped. So we'll actually get into that in just a moment. But yes, so he invites him to go and check it out. Check out the place, the company. He does, and he gets his first role, or his first job, as the boyfriend of this woman. And he's like, are your parents okay with it? And she's like, yeah, it's fine. He almost fucks it up though. Mm-hmm. And almost ruins it, but he does end up doing the job. Come to find out, the woman is pregnant, or not pregnant, she's a lesbian. And she was giving her family the marriage where she was marrying a man to hide the fact that she was a lesbian.
Yeah, because I know in certain Japanese cultures, I know some of them are really conservative.
It's not even that. It's just that Japan doesn't really recognize same-sex marriages as much. I don't even think they recognize same-sex partnerships.
And yet, they make boy love manga and girl love manga, and they get turned to anime.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of more of like a fiction type thing that people seem to enjoy. To be honest, guys, I don't really understand the why girls are so into BL. I mean, I guess if you like that type of thing, if you like yaoi, have at it, I guess. I was just never like really big into that. I do have a Boy manga floating around here somewhere, but that was back in my Fujoshi days. But now I'm just kind of like, I don't really understand it.
I think it's just one of those things that people do. Mm-hmm. That we won't understand. Mm-hmm. Like people who likes cucking.
Likes bringing up cucking, apparently.
Just saying. I never understand it. Like, I understand the kink, but I never see the appeal of it.
I mean, yeah. So, he gets another chance, and he gets a few more roles, or clients. So one's like a gamer guy, I think, that's like stuck inside all day, probably a hikikomori.
Or a NEET.
Yeah, well, hikikomori needs the same thing.
Or let loose.
And then there was an old man who was an actor back in the day, and he was afraid that people were forgetting about him, So his daughter hired them to have him be like a writer or journalist to
Yep.
come in and do, all that.
Yeah.
Interview him, basically. Then there was...
they were, and I had to say I did like the house. It was nice and traditional.
Yeah. And then there was this mother who she's a single mother, and she has a daughter, and her daughter's trying to get into this public school, or this private school, and they needed her father to be there. And Brendan Fraser's character, Philip, was the one that was hired to fill that role.
Yeah.
And you see him kind of have like conflicting emotions throughout while he's doing all of this. He's like forming connections with all these people, especially the little girl and the old man.
Yeah, and they, like I said, she said, they're going through everything. I think his bosses tell him don't get too attached to him, and I think, there's a scene, they go through a museum, which is an actual real museum in Japan, by the way, called Team Lab, which I want to go see, by the way.
Me too.
And he gets a call from his agent saying he got the role, he would be in Korea, but Phil's like, nah, I don't want to do it anymore, and the one day he goes to see the old actor, he's planning a route to a certain place, and he says, no, I don't think it's a good idea because you might get hurt.
Yeah, because there was a time where they went outside, or they went out to eat at a restaurant, an Oko. It's where they have like the grills in front of you and you flip it over. It's the potato patties. I can't remember exactly the name. But he had gotten up to go to the bathroom, the old man did. And then when he came back, he just went outside without his shoes on and everything. And I do believe that old man was suffering from either dementia or Alzheimer's. And because I definitely, if you guys don't know, I'm actually going through that same exact thing with my grandma right now with Alzheimer's. So I definitely saw that old man suffering from what I see my grandma going through. And he chased after him and took him home. And the daughter who had hired him said, please don't do any more favors for my father, because the next time he could be the one getting hurt. And so when he tried to do the route thing, and he told him, no, we shouldn't, the old man told him to get out.
Yeah, and now they had to do the thing with Mia, and she got into her school, and the mother wants to stop using Philip because she's getting too attached to him, and, years later, it was a couple months, a while, whatever it was.
It wasn't too much long after, I don't think.
It wasn't too much long. She found out Phil was an actor in a Japanese commercial.
Yeah, it was right after Philip had told her that he had to go back to the States. And she was sad, but then when she really found out that Philip wasn't actually her father, she really kind of shut down. And while this is going on, Philip had gone back to the old man's house and took him to where he wanted to go, which was, he wanted to go, I think it was his childhood home. And he was on the phone with Tada, which is his boss, and he's like, you need to bring him back now, because they're claiming you kidnapped him. And he's like, I didn't kidnap him, I'm fulfilling a request. And he's like, isn't that the whole point of this, is that we fulfill requests? And the old man collapses. They're in the hospital. He gets detained. Philip does, because he's basically in trouble for kidnapping, which he didn't kidnap. The old man gave his consent to go.
And it's funny, they call it a prison break.
A jailbreak.
Jailbreak, pretty
Yeah.
much. But yes, while his boss pretty much tells just forget him, just let him stew, and they don't like the idea. And the woman who does the rental apology does her thing again, but she didn't want to do it no more. She tells the wife, "I'm from a rental company. Your husband is chicken shit to bring the real mistress here."
Yeah. And then she quits. And then we find out that Tada, which is the owner of the company, he has a family. Well, we find out that his family isn't real either. He hired, I'm going to assume it's a mother and son that he hired.
Or actors.
But they were pretending to be his family. And then they, it was really weird because he comes home from work and they're like, "Oh, hey, welcome back." He's like, "I'm back." And she's talking about the meat that she got on sale, and then she gripped him too tight or whatever, and he's like, "That's too tight, let's do it again." And I'm like, oh, so he wasn't even he wasn't even what's the word I'm looking for, making human, real human connections either. And so then the next day we see the two people, the male and the female from the office. They go to the old man's house because they have to get evidence that he did not kidnap him within 48 hours in order for him to be let free. So they go and they're posing as lawyers. And then an officer shows up, or a detective shows up, and then it's Tada, the owner of the company, has shown up to also help, and they were able to free him. And it was wholesome. They did get him out. They did free him. And then shortly after, the old man died. And Philip and the others went to this guy's funeral. And then you basically see all four of them together walking off after the funeral. You see the business booming. They stopped doing the rental apologies because, that's something that nobody should have to go through because
it could be dangerous.
Yeah, when the woman was hit, that was an extra 20,000 yen that the guy had to pay,
and plus the food.
The food. And that is dangerous because what if she saw her out on the street and tried to hurt her out on the street?
Yeah, you don't know
thinking that was actually her, his mistress.
Yeah, you never know. She thought she dyed her hair back to.
I think she was wearing a wig.
No, she was wearing a wig,
Yeah.
But she didn't know it was a wig.
Yeah. So, they stopped doing that, and I don't know what other ones they were doing, but it looked like the business was booming. And then you see Philip go to see Mia, which was the little girl, and she's like, "I don't talk to strangers." And he goes, that's fair. He's like, "If you want me to leave, I'll leave." And she asked him what his name was, and he told her Philip. And she says, "I didn't know you were famous." And he goes, "Well, I'm not really famous." And he's like, and he got permission from her mother to see her, to talk with her.
And he said he wasn't getting paid for it, so. And she asked why people lie, and because, it's true, we lie because we don't want to hurt anyone.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so, that is basically the end.
Don't forget he goes to a shrine.
Oh, yes, he goes to a shrine, because he went to the same shrine with the old man. And basically what you do is you toss a coin in, and then you bow twice, clap twice, and then bow again.
Then you pull the coin.
Oh, you gotta pray. Oh, yeah, you throw the coin in, pull the bell. Then, I might be wrong that you pull the bell. And then you bow twice, clap twice, and then pray, and then bow again. And he looked up, and because he had asked the old man, what's in that shrine? And he goes, well, why don't you go take a look? And he's like, nah. So when he went to go pray at the shrine, he looked up and there was a mirror and it showed himself. And that was basically the end.
Now, I have to say, it's a good movie. There were some boring parts, I'm not going to lie. But it was wholesome.
Oh,
so.
he was having a relationship, I think, with a prostitute.
Nah, I think not Natsumi.
No, her name was Lola.
Was it Lola?
Yeah.
Yeah,
he was having, since he didn't seem to have, like, his own family or anything. No, not Natsumi or whatever. I think that was the name of the mother of the little girl.
No. It was the name of that street vendor. Remember when him and Phil and Mia go during that little festival, and you see that little street vendor who's reading fortunes.
You know what?
She's gonna look.
I'm gonna look it up. Okay, my iPad's about to die, so I'm gonna have to do this fairly quickly. If you guys hear that, that is my automatic, automatic litter box for the cats.
Well, it's better than. I heard those are pretty good.
Yeah, they're not bad. They actually do pretty good.
Hey, it's better than doing the old-fashioned way.
Yeah, I can't get down anymore to do that.
Too old for it.
Yeah, so it is a 2025 film.
Of course.
If it will, come on, if it will load. It was 2025 comedy drama film directed by Hikari, who co-wrote it with Stephen Blahut. It has an 88% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Okay.
Yeah, so, yeah, they used him. He had to be the token white guy.
Pretty much.
So, you have Brendan Fraser as Philip, Takahiro Hira as Shinji, which was the owner, Mari Yamamoto as Aiko, which was the female, the mother. Yeah, her name was Lola. Closeted rental family. Masami was Kikuo's daughter. So Hitomi was Mia's mother. Then Akira Imoto as Kikuo Hasagaya, a retired actor. Interesting. So the film started development in 2019. And in November of 2023, Brendan Fraser was set to star in the film with Hikari directing from a script she co-wrote with Stephen Blahut. In March 2024, Mari Yamamoto, Takahiro Hira, and Akira Imoto joined the cast. Principal photography began in Japan on March 12th and wrapped late May. So it came out, the film was officially released in Japan on February 27th, 2026. But it came out, it looks like October?
2025.
Yeah. It says, an international co-production between the United States and Japan, Rental Family had its world premiere at the Toronto International Film Festival on September 6, 2025. It was theatrically released in the United States by Searchlight Pictures on November 21st. The film was screened at the Adelaide Film Festival in Australia on October 18th, 2025. On October 19th, 2025, the film was shown within the 20th Rome Film Festival in the Grand Public section. While on November 3rd, 2025, it was showcased in the 38th Tokyo International Film Festival in the Gala Selection section. It was screened in the Icons section of the 2025 Stockholm International Film Festival on 5th November 2025, The film was officially released in Japan on February 27th, 2026. The film was released on digital streaming on January 13th, 2026, and on Blu-ray and DVD on February 17th. So, it actually won a few things too. Like a few awards. And then it was nominated. Brendan Fraser won at the Savannah Film Festival for Outstanding Achievement in Cinema Award. That's the only... Oh, and he was nominated for Best Actor, Comedy, or Musical for the Astra Film Festival, or Astra Film Awards. But yeah, so he was nominated and they won. They won some. They were nominated for some stuff. They were a runner-up for the Audience Award at the Savannah Film Festival as well. And then the little girl was nominated for Best Youth Performance at the Washington, D.C. Area Film Critics Association Awards. Yep. So it's a very good movie. People seem to like it.
Like I said, there was some boring parts. I give it like a 7 out of 10.
Let's see. IMDb gave it a 7.6 out of 10. Rotten Tomatoes gave it an 88%. And Letterboxd gave it a 3.9 out of 5. I would probably give it an 8 out of 5. Or, sorry, 8 out of 10.
I give it a 7. But still, it's not a bad film. Go watch it. It's on Hulu/Disney Plus if you have both. I have to say I like it because Brendan Fraser is making his way back into acting. And you could tell he lost some weight a little. Because I know you haven't watched this. When I saw he was in a show called The Doom Patrol, which is a comic book that got turned into a TV streaming show. And he was a little chunky, not gonna lie, because of all the years.
He did look like he was a little chunky in this one too.
Well,
but don't get me wrong, he is still a very attractive man.
But I think you can tell he did shed some of his chunk. He was more like, you know how I am right now? Mm-hmm. Right now he's just rocking the dad bod. I don't have a dad bod, so it's more of the obese bod.
Huh.
No, I'm not gonna lie.
I mean, we all know what you look like, Mike. We can see you right now.
I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, so...
Like, you can tell his face is a little thinner than mine.
I mean, I haven't seen Doom Patrol or whatever, so I can't say for sure, like, if he was, like, skinnier and, you know, if he's lost some weight or not, because I've never seen it, but...
I do know in The Whale he was wearing a fat suit.
Yeah, so he is making his way back, and that makes me so happy because of what he had gone through. And we are now going to, you know, like, I am happy to see him back.
I think what it is...
Still a very attractive man.
Yeah, and I know what I think what it is. I think after the whole Amber Heard trial, I think male actors are starting to come out what happens.
And you know what? They should. Yeah. Because it not only does it happen to female actors, but it also happens to male actors too. It can go both ways.
Hell, even
look what Kevin Spacey has been doing to people.
Mm-hmm. Hell, I think Matthew Lawrence came out and said it. And if you guys don't know who he is, he played the son on Mr. Doubtfire. You might know him from Boy Meets World. Mm-hmm. And other stuff. He, on his podcast with his brothers, he said his agent said he gets a role and he goes to what, and these people will say you could be the next Marvel, but the people who audition for him, you gotta do this, you can get the role. And he was like, no, I'm out. Mm-hmm. Even I think Terry Crews mentioned a couple times.
Yeah. So definitely, we only hear about female actors, or with it happening with actresses, because I mean, they are normally the ones that are taken advantage of, but it does happen to male actors as well.
Yes.
Because Brendan Fraser did say that he was sexually assaulted.
Corey Feldman,
and who was it? Corey, his friend that died.
Corey starts with an H, I forget.
Yeah, but they were coming out way before, like, the Me Too movement, saying that they were being sexually abused, and no one believed them.
Oh, hell. I think, was it Corey Feldman said he had a documentary about it? He had everything. He was going to show it at a film festival, but he couldn't because he didn't have it. And people thinks he's lying and saying he didn't really have it. I'm like, he said, nah, people could still. And I kind of believe, you don't know how much pull Hollywood has. Hell, you know how much fucking how much power rich people have?
Look how long it took for Harvey Weinstein to get in trouble.
Hell, you know how much power that YouTube has? Too much.
Remember when we did our review on Quiet on Set? Look what happened to Drake Bell. So I mean, it does happen.
Yeah.
to male actors as well. Maybe not as frequently as it does with female actresses, but it definitely does happen to both genders.
It does. It's just we need to...
Or all genders, I should say.
We need to stop closing our eyes and thinking, oh, only... And I have to say, to women, yes, it does happen to y'all ladies most of the time, and I can see why you can be afraid. But don't forget, women can take advantage of a guy. He can get assaulted. He can be rape. No, fuck it. It's rape. I don't know why we have to... Fuck you, YouTube.
Well, I mean, right now we're not monetized, so it's okay.
Fuck you, YouTube. It's rape. And it's also Nazis and Hitler. You fucking y'all young, you gotta grow up and realize we had this in our history, and you need to realize I'm not gonna hide shit.
Okay, Mike, calm down.
No,
we're getting off topic.
I'm just saying they need to stop being that soft.
Yeah. But anyways, like we were saying, it was nice to see him back.
He's nice and back, and what's the next week's hint?
So next week's hint is going to be College.
Yes, and
this is a Netflix movie, I do believe.
A Netflix movie, but it's, how can I say it? It's going to be a movie that starts one of Adam Sandler's daughters. Yeah.
So I don't know if that's, and no, it's not Welcome to My Bar Mitzvah because we already did, it's not My Bar Mitzvah. That's what it was.
Yeah.
We already did that like last year or something like that.
If you want to watch that, go ahead.
Yeah. So, like, subscribe, comment below if you've seen this movie and if you like it. If you didn't like it, whatever.
And if you want to keep seeing Brendan Fraser and stuff, put that in the...
If you want us to watch anything or review anything, put it down in the comments below as well.
Yep.
And we will see about getting back to it. So, we will talk to you guys later. Bye.
Bye.